What is the most annoying part of owning a used car? Is it unexpected repairs or never-ending maintenance cycle where fixing one issue only leads to another? I think both of these are pretty annoying. This is why before I start my rectification projects, I do detailed walkaround and create a full list of issues. This way, after the project is finished, the car feels 10 years younger and the risk of unexpected issues is much lower. But today, I want to take care of something that's, in my opinion, is the most annoying, and this is something we experience on daily basis. Unlike reliability issues, things like vibrations, noises, warning lights, this is something we experience every time we are behind the wheel. And a lot of times, these issues are not even that expensive to repair. And this leads me to episode 6 of Passat Rectification, where I will be taking care of these exact issues. Let's look at the suspension first. Just watch how that wheel moves back and forth. This shouldn't happen. This alone can create a feeling that the whole front end is about to fall apart. I found out about this when I went for a test drive. After fixing the engine knock, I immediately noticed how clunky and loose the front end felt, especially going over speed bumps or braking at lower speeds. This reminded me of BMWs, where worn tension arm bushings cause this exact behavior. Even though this Volkswagen uses a different suspension design, the problem ended up being very similar. If you experience these symptoms, the easiest way to diagnose is to let someone else drive at low speed and tap the brakes, while you look from the side and watch that wheel. If it moves back and forth like it did in my case, then you know you're dealing with failing tension arm. This method works even if the bushing is just getting weak or starting to break. On this car, the bushing was completely broken. Once I lifted the car and checked the suspension by hand, I could actually move the wheel back and forth myself. I went under and looked at the bushing while moving the wheel, just to be 100% sure it's actual bushing and not a loose bolt, because I don't know any history of this car. At this point, there was no question. The tension arm had to be replaced, and because on this car it's part of the lower control arm, the whole control arm had to be replaced, which is normally pretty expensive, but I guess because it's a Volkswagen, it was easy and very cheap to replace. This relatively small fix will not only add value to the car, but it will also significantly improve the overall driving experience. Now you know what to do if you have similar symptoms and order parts without even looking under the car. Let's move to the next issue. In the middle of all of this rectification, unexpectedly, the ABS and traction control and tire pressure and steering wheel lights came on the dash. At first it looked scary because it's so many lights, it's like a Christmas tree. In reality, a one small problem can cause all of these lights to come on. Unfortunately, this problem you cannot just visually inspect. Most of the times you need a scan tool, which I used to scan for those fault codes, and found out that left front wheel speed sensor had electrical fault. Most of the times it's just a bad wheel speed sensor. In modern cars, there are 4 wheel speed sensors, one on each wheel, to precisely measure the speed of each wheel, to determine the tire pressure in case if you don't have dedicated tire pressure sensors in the wheel, and also your wheel speed and so on. It's used for traction control. This is why when one sensor fails, you have all these multiple lights and it looks like a big issue, but in reality it's not. Before replacing, it's a good practice to view live data to confirm the sensor is actually reading zero. Because if it's reading inconsistent speed on that one wheel, it could be a sign of a bad wheel bearing or wiring problem. If you are unsure, just swap them left to right. If the fault moves to the other side, this pinpoints the sensor is the root cause and not the wiring or the wheel hub. I already had a new sensor laying around. It doesn't have a Volkswagen logo on it, but it's the same part as you would get from Volkswagen dealer because it's made by the same supplier. If you know who the supplier is, you can buy OEM quality parts online for a fraction of the price. Before installing, make sure the wiring is not damaged, the connector looks clean and dry, Look into the hole where the sensor goes to inspect the reluctor ring, because if it's covered in dirt and rust, it can interfere with the signal. The last step is to clear the faults and make sure they don't come back. I also like to look into the live data after repair because it visually confirms the problem is fixed, and it's just satisfying to watch how all four sensors read in correct speed. By the way, if you are dealing with intermittent signal loss, it's a good idea to merge all these signals into one graph. And the last is brake vibration. I don't know why this car has it, because brake rotors and pads look brand new, as if someone just replaced them, but when I drove it the steering wheel was shaking pretty bad when I was applying brakes. I inspected the whole system and everything looks fine, so I'm sure it's just brake rotors. I think this emphasizes why quality parts are important if you want to avoid doing the same job twice. How do I know for sure if the brake rotors are warped and not the rear? So you can order parts without disassembling anything. It's pretty easy. When driving at highway speeds, just press the brakes, and if the steering wheel vibrates, then you have warped front rotors. But if the driver's seat vibrates, then you have rear rotors that are warped. I lost the original video, but I filmed another one using my other car. The vibration is gonna be the same on all cars once the rotors are warped. Now this is the end, and all of these repairs took maybe $150 in parts, but the car now feels completely different. I think it well worth the investment and does make the car feel newer and better.